Hello again, it's Noob, and here we have a Lips Octo. This is very similar, if not basically the same, I've heard, as a Kiso 2000S. It's a tri-axis lock with, I think they can have up to 15 pins in them, and it's known to be a pretty tricky pick. Now you can, funny enough, rake these if you're lucky, depending a little bit on the bitting, but you can do it. But picking them is tricky. You've got all of these cuts on the key. Some of them aren't quite aligned to where you think they are on the key positioning to obfuscate the bitting. You've got these little bullseyes in there as well, I think, which I'll explain a bit later. But here's the thing, I'm going to pick a Lips Octo, but just not this Lips Octo. I can't find the footage of me introducing the one I'm going to pick. In fact, this is the newer one, which has got the 2-star SKG rating, and I will probably pick this in another video. But the one I'm actually going to show you, I've passed on to somebody else now, and I can't get it back to re-record the intro. So it doesn't really matter. It's still a Lips Octo, just not the newer version, and it's still a really fun pick. So I'm going to cut to me having partially disassembled the lock so that I can gut it more easily towards the end of the video, and I'll see you in a second. So here we are, partially disassembled, using a hammer and a drift punch to take out these little spring clip things. So yeah, that's exciting. Right, and there's the other side of the lock, and got a bit of a circly thing going on there as well. The key is interesting because you've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions there, and you've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the right hand side. And the reason you can't see any cuts on this is because they are max lift. I believe that these bullseyes not only obfuscate the bitting, but some of these pins are flat, and therefore they don't go all, the points don't go all the way down. They are just like a flat tipped pin. So yeah, go grab a vise and see if I can't replicate picking it. Oh, and I'm going to use this pick that Talon Pick made for me. It's marked off with the pin positions on one side, which will act. So what you do is you put the pick in, it stops. So you put the pick in, it stops. Then you go and try to find the spring, mark off with a pen. Next one, find the spring, find the spring, find the spring, find the spring. And you don't have to do that, but just 5 pin markings on one side really helps you sort of navigate through the lock and make sure you don't end up picking between the pins and things. It just really helps, I find. Now I heard that this is like the Kiso S2000, which is pretty cool. So I never picked one of those. So top of the keyway tension like this, and very light, like so light. And sorry about squeaky chair as well. Gonna go in, see what we can find. So let me just try to get myself comfy. So I'm going to start on the left, pin 1, little click, pin 2's binding, that feels set, nothing on 3, nothing on 4, nothing on 5. Let's try these top pins, nothing, 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 nothing. So it must be on the right, I think. So let's check pin 1 on the right, 2, 3. Let's see if we can't release that tension really lightly. I think we've got that. Same on 4 on the right. I think that's okay. And just yeah, those feel right now. Nothing on 5. Okay, back to pin 1 on the right hand side. No, pin 2 feels good. 3, 4. Okay, so let's go back to this side. Anything on 1? No. 2 just moved a little bit. 3 moved a little bit. 4 little click. 5 a little click. Should we try those top pins now? Oh, starting at the back. Nothing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Of course. nothing on 5 at the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1 feels good. Back to this side, nothing on 1, 2, 3, little click, 4, nothing on 5. Okay. These top pins aren't setting yet, so we shall just keep going on the right now. Then the left. A little click on the left hand side there. And we'll just keep going until we find that the top pins are bind. And they're not, oh, 3 was binding there. 5, 4, 3, nothing on 2, nothing on 1. Just check these top pins, right? So just keep going on the tiny movement on the left pin 4, 5, 4, sorry, 3, 2, and is that a little movement on 1? Maybe. Let's try the other side. Anything on 2? No. 3, 4, nothing on 5 at all. Check its top pins. Now, if there are tapered pins, that's a pain in the butt. But we'll work on it. Oh, 3 just gave me a little click on the left. Nothing on 5. 4, 3 feel fine. 2. And anything on 1? No. Okay, back to the top pins. Nope, nothing there. Okay. It could be we've overset something. 3, 4, 5. You've got to be very gentle with these pins. Nothing on 5 on the right. 4, 3. Is 2 okay? Might use a bit of manual counter rotation on 2. Feels okay. 1. All right. Back to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Little click. These top pins are still loose. Feel once these top pins start binding, you know you're. Oh, little click on pin 2 there. That's 2 again. 5, 4, 3, 2. Can't feel that. So, ooh, little touch on 4, 3 feels okay. 2 and oh, little bit on 1 there on that side. Okay, okay. Tiny touch on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try the top pins. Ah, now these are binding. 4. 5 again. 4. 3, 2, 1, just a touch on 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's go back to 5. No. 4, 3, 2, pin 1. Okay, back to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and we're open. Look at that. There we go. Whoo! Just take your time. There you go, and we have the open. Now, what I don't want to do is turn it too far. If you were a professional, you'd probably use a big, powerful plug spinner, but I'm worried, very worried, that some of these pins will cross over and drop into the wrong pin chambers. Look how these three align very closely. That is not good. So I'm going to put the... Shall I follow it out as is? Where you've got that pin there, that pin there, and those pins there. I could follow it out. Oh, what on earth is going on with that? Is that like a double circlip? Or do I use a key and the follower? I think I might use a key and the follower. That might be easier. So we can see it's all open and picked. So I'm going to lock it back up, take this weird circlipy stuff off somehow, and then try to gut it with the key in and pull all the guts out. Right, let's try that. So lock it back up. That just feels a shame. Oh, these little half moony things just slide off anyway. Ah, okay. Now, what follower do I need for that? So it needs to be at that angle, and that needs to come out. I'm hoping that I can try to use, it's probably a custom size of some kind. Gosh, I hope I don't wreck this very, very, very nice lock. Homemade concentric followers, which are awesome. And I don't know, it's one of these two, I think. Let's try. That could work. Okay, so left, top, right. Oh, I'm gonna get this so wrong, aren't I? Ooh, that's just a bit big. Next one down. Yeah, it's working. It's working. It's working. Please don't wreck yourself. Somehow, and I do not know how, we got away with that. Let me just move some of these out of the way. But these concentric followers are just the best, honestly. Move these out of the way. Oh, right. That was, I need to get this very, very right. Here's some tweezers. And we've got, let's do the right hand side this side, and then we'll do the left hand side that side, and then the one to the middle at the bottom, I think. So let's try to do this sensibly. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And these are like little T-pins, but that's because it's like a dimple lock, and you find that that's 3. Oh, all the fluff there, that's so annoying. 4. No, that's, oh my goodness, what's going on? That's 1 on the left. That seems to be 5 for reasons only known to it. That's 4. That's 2 from the other side. I hate gutting these multi-sided things. 3. Take the key out. Put that there. 4. 5. Right. Okay. So we've got the 5 on the left, 5 on the right, and then we've got to do the top pins, and then we'll do that somewhere across the middle here so that it's a little bit more contrasty. And yeah, to stop all the pins falling into the keyway, they have to be, that's 2, they have to be little T-pins. So as you do overpick them, they would feel a bit like you've gone into a false set. So could you do that? Yeah, you could actually, I think, with a deep enough hook or something. Yeah, so there we go. So some of these are, I'll show you in a minute, but some of them are flat topped and some of them, well, I'll get it up here for you, look. Look how some of these are flat tipped, flat tip, flat tip, flat tip, and some of them are pointed tipped, yeah. So interesting already. Okay, now I've seen somebody gut one of these by pushing out these little shelves. Can you do it from the front or the back? Like, I think if I can do the same, like this, that might be a way of actually reassembling the lock as well. So this is on the left hand side rear pin. There we go. You can see how I'm going to mess this up completely when, where are you gone? So standard, not a lot of room in this, I have to say. It does make me think that it's possible I could even pick the Kiso 2000, which has always been a lock which has intimidated me slightly. But maybe with some care and patience, I might get away with it. Maybe. This is so handy on these little sliding trays, which means that you can sort of assemble it with these little tray things. That's so cool. And these are like little hollow shelfy things which go in here. And that's perfect. A little, I don't know if it's designed for that, but this tray has a little slot thing, and I'm going to put that there. Right, that is there's nothing on the bottom at all. Then let's go for the top one. There we go, top. Which is what I call the middle, and this is going to be the 6th one of that, 5th one of that, 5, 4. Now I'm sure there's some people in the hobby that love disassembling a lock. I am not one of those people, never have been. I understand why it's important, especially for high security locks, to show that you haven't messed with them and that you did pick it properly. And you know, this is one of those locks which is generally difficult. 15 pins on 3 axes, so I get why people want to see you gut one of these. Now it's interesting for people to see what's on the inside, what you were up against. But on the other hand, I could really do without it. So that's middle. And then if I can wiggle this out enough to grab it. Now this is interesting because it looks like the pins are closer to one side on this. So when I assemble it, reassemble it, I've got to get this little cassette, if you like, in the right place. Wow, these little driver pins are so teeny tiny. Okay, so that's a little bit embarrassing. I ran out of memory on my camera. By camera, I mean old iPhone that I film on. So yes, sorry about that. But I have finished gutting this. In fact, I thought that I was still on camera talking because I didn't check, and it said, you know, iPhone storage full, which is the worst thing that you can have. At least it didn't happen just before I started gutting or when I was picking. That would be even worse. But yeah, you can see these little kind of cassettes for the pins. You can see the driver pins here are so this is the left hand side, and these are all standard apart from, what's this one doing? Yeah, this one looks like it's got a taper or a little T-pin on. Can you see there's a little ridge? So that looks like a little T-pin slash taper, more like a T-pin actually. Going across here, yeah, you can see these are more pronounced. These are like little T-pins. In fact, they probably act a bit like a spool in a way. But no, these feel like little T-pins. These are all standard pins. The driver pins. The ones at the top, again, look like little T-pins. They have this little ledge on. You see how they just are, and that would hang up in the keyway horribly. All the key pins have these little T, like they're like little T-pins. That's just stop them falling into the keyway. You can see that there are little ledges all the way down just to retain the key pins, stop them dropping out into the keyway. Very common in Dimple locks. I can't see any. Yeah, I can't see any spooling. So I think these might, depending on where they sit in the keyway, act like spools, these little T-pin type things. There's no tapers on any of these ones. I've seen tapers in some of these Lips Octros. So that is a blessing on the key pins at least. But yeah, it sort of explains why it's a bit gritty and a little bit awkward. And even on some of the ones, this is on the right hand side of the lock, some of these pins are like blunt tips. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, hit that like. If you have any comments about this lock, know anything about its relationship with the Kiso 2000, let me know below in the comments. I do read them all and reply to as many as I can, as difficult as that can be. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so, to watch more content like this. If you think I deserve your subscription, then hit that notification bell as well. It all really helps my channel out and I really appreciate it. Otherwise, stay safe, happy picking, and I'll see you all next time.